start करने से पहले, let's try to understand why we ended up having this partnership with Manav Rachna University, and what made you decide that yes, we need a gaming club with Good Game Nation in our university.
See, if you look at the present day situation, things are absolutely changing, and जो conventional education system था वो एक disruption के through चल रहा है. There are many people who feel that why should they waste 5 years in doing engineering and then उसके बाद they are not certain कि वो क्या करना है, because it is a very generic education. It is not only in computer science, but also in some other areas also. Those who want to be entrepreneurs of tomorrow, they feel that जितना उनको अपनी business चलाने के लिए ज़रूरत है, उतना काफी है. It might be 4-5 subjects. उसका थोड़ा financial management आनी चाहिए, थोड़ी technology आनी चाहिए, थोड़ी कुछ और चीजें आनी चाहिए, and then he will be in a position to be a successful entrepreneur. There are people who have not studied much, yet they are very successful. So the things are changing, and we need to understand that this change which is taking place is not a temporary change. It is going to stay there for quite some time. And therefore, many students, if they are finding that there is some addition, there's a value addition in whatever they are doing, then और वो उसको link कर सकते हैं with the actual things which are happening otherwise on the board, then they feel that yes, this is one area where they can contribute, where they can move forward, and right from day one they can be productive also. So this is what is needed, and I think this is an area जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी कहा कि we have been leaders all across. And this is true. अगर आप देखेंगे अब हम चेस की चैंपियनशिप की बात करते हैं तो महाभारत में तो चेस पर ही सारा खेल खेला गया था. So that means we have been, और हमारी games जो हैं, they're very sober games. If you look at the games which are played outside, वहाँ तो बंदूक से ही सारा खेला जाता है. So therefore, our system कबड्डी था या गुल्ली डंडा था जिससे किसी को भी चोट नहीं लग सकती. And therefore, these games can become very popular अगर हम इनको एक international platform पर ले आ सकते हैं. I think this will definitely help us to move ahead. It will also provide an opportunity to every student. In fact, अगर उसके दिमाग में कोई चीज आती है, वो उसको एक different तरीके से, एक innovative तरीके से आगे कर सकता है. This is how I feel. Now, when we look at the Manav Rachna University, when Sunil ji talked to us that this is what they are doing, and we felt that yes, we can get connected to good games, and we are the only institution जिसको खेल जो मिला है ना President's Award मिला है last year. That is the only institution, because we keep on promoting games, and therefore we thought that besides those games जो कि हम normally खेलते हैं, जो कि universities में चलता है और इन्हीं institution में चलती हैं, every institution has some area in that direction. We thought that probably this can also help us in moving in a slightly different manner, involving technology into the games, and then we can proceed ahead. And I see there is a great scope of training people. There is an opportunity to do things. Look at games, how they have changed over a period of time. Cricket में पहले तो वही एक empire होता था, उसकी उंगली सारी सबसे ज़्यादा important. Now you can see that you can question that ungli also because of this technology. And therefore, can we keep on improving things? Can we become more transparent? This is how it can help ultimately. And people are getting interested into it. And therefore, it depends now on your trainers and others जो भी हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी में हैं, जो इस चीज को देख रहे हैं, how you jointly do it and build that skill in them so that they are able to move ahead. This is how I feel about it.
talking about how universities and Good Game Nation and the entire, the entire universe can work together in making this difference and bringing this change. I have a question for you in this regard. Um, there is a team of Dota 2. Dota 2 is a video game, and an Indian team has won a bronze medal for the first time in Commonwealth Games, and we've represented India. And it's a very big thing in the esports fraternity. Now, these guys are very talented, of course, and super dedicated, super hardworking. Do you think that some sort of academic, doors and avenues have opened for them in terms of, education? Do you think that they would, they should be given scholarships based on their esports achievements and consider that under, the sports scholarship or the sports quota? So what do you think
See,
about
मेरा मानना ये है कि there is when we look at the universities, they all of them are involved in some way as far as the games are concerned. Now, how do you promote them will become very, very important. One of the ways is, yes, if you can give scholarships, if you can have certain fixed quota for sports person, जो पहले भी था, लेकिन उसको इतना rigorously we were not really implementing it. But I think now people have realized it and people are doing it. We have also done it. We pay, we have few seats. कोई भी scholar अगर games का कोई आता है, especially who has proved himself or herself at certain level, तो हम उनके लिए तो काफी आगे जाते हैं. We have said that they need not come to the class per se. They can practice जब भी उनकी जरूरत होगी तभी आ सकते हैं, जब उनकी वो practices नहीं चल रही हों. And we support them. We also provide opportunity to such students to do online courses so that वो credit requirement और जो बाकी चीजें हैं वो भी meet हो सके. We have also seen in our university what we have done is we are giving credit to the internships also, right? So therefore ये सारी चीजें, I think this is what we are doing and most of the institutions should do it. एक कल्चर आने लगा है पिछले कुछ सालों से जहां पर कि स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन को एक इम्पोर्टेंस दी जा रही है. पहले तो होता नहीं था. देयर आर मेनी स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन जो पहले ओलंपिक्स में भी पार्टिसिपेट किए हैं या नेशनल लेवल में, एशिया लेवल पर, उनकी हालत बहुत ही खराब है because nobody cared about them. But now they are being nurtured and I think people, everyone should do it. Not only at the university level, but at all levels, we need to really support them, help them in whatever way one can. Yes, universities can play a very big role. एक तो क्या है कि हर यूनिवर्सिटी में कोई ना कोई छोटा सा प्ले ग्राउंड होगा, कुछ ना कुछ इंडोर और एक्सडोर फैसिलिटीज होंगी, तो इन चीजों को वो उनको अवेलेबल करा सकते हैं और इससे चीजें आगे बढ़ सकती है. Like in our university, we have shooting ranges, right, from 10 meter, 20 meter, 25 meter, 50 meter, and many national players जो इस गेम में हैं, they practice in our university और फिर नेशनल्स और इंटरनेशनल जगहों पर जाके वो अपनी जगह वो इनमें पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं. एंड दैट इज हाउ यूनिवर्सिटीज कैन हेल्प.
That's great. This is actually the kind of response that we are also expecting from other universities and other institutions, that esports should be considered as a regular sport and the athletes should be given the same sort of importance, the same sort of facilities and infrastructure as any other sports person. So, good to know that we are, going in the right direction at this point. Talking about gaming clubs that we have set up. Do you what made you decide what kind of benefit did you expect these gaming clubs would give the students? And apart from, of course, the recreational and the and also the professional avenues kept aside, what is the other thing that you think these gaming clubs are providing?
जहाँ तक ये इसका सवाल है, जो अभी हमने MOU साइन किया है और हम गेम्स की बात कर रहे हैं, अभी तो ये मुझे लगता है टेक ऑफ भी पूरी तरह से नहीं हुआ. We really need to have a dialogue which should be. अब ये तो आज का डायलॉग तो मुझे लगता है कि 6 महीने के बाद हो रहा है. This should be a मेरे ख्याल में हर fortnightly we should keep on meeting, talking to each other. What have been the challenges? उन challenges को किस तरीके से दूर किया जा सकता है, ये बड़ा important चीज है. And how will और खासकर जब हम इसको integrate, it is not only the game only. Now you have to integrate technologies into it, which is purpose of good gaming here. And therefore, I think we need to now come to the campus, talk to the students, because हम लोग तो उनको रोज कहते ही हैं कुछ ना कुछ, वो मास्टर का काम ही यही है ना. तो हम तो कहते ही हैं, लेकिन जब बाहर से कोई आदमी आता है, वो घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर जो होती है ना, उसका ज्यादा असर नहीं रहता है. So if you come as an outsider and tell them that this is how you have done it in some other places and this is how the students have been benefited, how individuals have been benefited, और फिर jointly जब उनको चीजों को किया जाए, तो I'm sure that this will pick up. It is a great initiative, but yes, I think there is still a lot of scope. We have covered maybe 1% of the ground. We have still 99% of the ground to be covered.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you, and definitely, Sunil ji and Praveen and I will make sure that everything that you are expecting from our end as well is also delivered. Last few questions. I just want to know how you think playing video games is going to benefit a student in their overall development and prepare them for the future as well.
सिर्फ गेम खेलने से ही नहीं, मैं तो कह रहा हूं कि the focus should be in developing these games and then playing it. अगर आप उस चीज को इग्नोर करेंगे, डेवलपमेंट पार्ट को, तो ये एक से एक नशा सा ही रहेगा कि हम खेल रहे हैं. And it might lead to wastage of time, wastage of talent, wastage of effort. वो फायदा नहीं करेगा. They need to be part and parcel. क्योंकि अगर हमें पूरे वर्ल्ड को हम कहते हैं कि today we have the demographic advantage, if we have to take advantage of that demographic advantage, I think they have to be trained in a different way, and they should be solution providers. They should be problem solvers, and that is they can become like this provided you train them for developing games. And it is not one solution, let me tell you. A game can have 20 different ways of handling it. So there could be 20 students or maybe 20 teams who are working on the same game on different aspects. कोई बॉलर को देख रहा है, कोई उसके पिच को देख रहा है, कोई बैट्समैन को देख रहा है, कोई फील्डर के उसको मोशन को देख रहा है. So everyone has a scope to do it. देखिए, अगर हमें कोई solution लेना है, say for instance any solution, and we say that this is a problem, this is a challenge which needs to be solved, and then ask them to give work on these problems. You will find that you will get 20 solutions. All of them are right solutions. Some might be more useful, some might not be that useful. But every solution is a solution, is a right solution. इस attitude से अगर हम आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे, we will be in a position to train people who will be an asset to the country, who will be asset wherever they go, जहाँ पर भी वो जाएंगे, जिस भी country में जाएंगे, और उस जिस demographic advantage की हम बात कर रहे हैं, उस demographic advantage का फायदा हमारे को तभी. I have been recently to one of the countries and the average age is 60 years. Imagine 62 years. European country है, and therefore look at, they require people, they require young minds, they require people who can support this old population, and therefore this is an opportunity to train them. It is not only gaming, but while they are learning how to solve these problems, tomorrow any other problem which is there in the society, they will be able to handle it because they will have an attitude of solving problems. In educational institutions, we don't train you to do a job actually in an industry, but we give you a training how to solve problems, how to handle them. And here there is an opportunity, you can go wrong, राइट और आपको मिस्टेक करने का अधिकार सिर्फ यूनिवर्सिटी में है, इंडस्ट्री में नहीं है. सो therefore that is the attitude with which we have to move forward. Keep on training these people, and I'm sure that it will definitely help us in serving our society, and the young population which we have will be able to serve the whole nation, actually, whole globe actually. This is how I look at it.
You are
That's
absolutely right,
absolutely.
sir.
Please go on.
So अभी जैसे कि whatever things that आपने जैसे बताया सर कि
देखिए मैं तो अनपढ़ आदमी हूँ, मेरी समझ में जो आता है मैं वैसे ही कह दिया.
ये बहुत बढ़िया बात बढ़ी है सर आपने. और सच बात बताऊं तो अभी जैसे कि आपने बताया कि ये गेमिंग जो है सिर्फ गेमिंग तक ही एक अगर उसके प्रति अगर हम कुछ एक्शन ना लें, कुछ उसमें नॉलेज ना हो, तो ये एक नशा बन के रह जाता है, एडिक्शन एक हो जाती है. बट आई वांट टू ऐड इनटू व्हाट यू सेड. आपने बहुत बढ़िया बात बोला है सर. अभी ये क्या है कि हमारा काम इसमें गुड गेम नेशन एज ए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज जस्ट नॉट अबाउट हेल्पिंग देम just be as a gamer and create a kind of a hobby. We are here to give them, apart from their academics or tomorrow when they're out of your college, apart from disturbing their jobs or anything that they do, they become a business owners or entrepreneur or whatever that they do. Apart from that, we are here to give them a platform which will not only help them be a good gamer, but we are trying to take this as to certain extent that we give them a mark of being a professional athlete. मतलब आज के डेट में, आज से 12-15 साल पहले अगर मैं पूछूंगा कि क्रिकेट में विराट कोहली कौन है, तो हम शायद नहीं जानते. लेकिन ई स्पोर्ट्स में हम वही विराट कोहली और धोनी एंड अदर पीपल वी आर हियर टू क्रिएट दोस इन द डेज टू कम. तो आज के डेट में ऐसा है कि वो गेमिंग जो डेवलप जो करेंगे, जो डेवलपमेंट वाली फेज जो है वो जो करेंगे, दैट इज ऑलरेडी देयर विद अस. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट we are also working on world global curriculums as well, talking to world leaders in the gaming publishers, game development companies, and these curriculums we are coming up with audio, video, then you have your UI UX, then you have your virtual designs, and all these areas which will get integrated in the form of a curriculum at your syllabus. And these students will study that, and it is going to be at par to what is happening currently at San Francisco, Dubai, London और सिंगापुर.
Right.
तो ये उस टेक्नोलॉजी को पढ़ेंगे जिसमें backed by project, internships, placement opportunities, industry leaders will vouch for these kind of programs. तो ये सब भी हम डेवलप कर रहे हैं.
मेरा इसमें एक सजेशन आपको है. When we go to any industry, any educational institution, any university, तो एक एकेडमिक एरोगेंस होती है एक टीचर, राइट? तो आप अगर कोई चीज कहेंगे तो वो सुनेंगे नहीं. आपको इट शुड स्टार्ट विद इंटर्नशिप. अगर आप मेरी बात मानेंगे तो इट शुड स्टार्ट विद इंटर्नशिप. डोंट टेल देम दैट वी आर गोइंग टू चेंज योर करिकुलम, राइट? You start with internship and show the results. And within 3 months, 4 months, you will, if you are in a position to really show those results among the students, and they demonstrate a different type of, let us say, attributes, जो भी उनकी आ जाएगी, skills आ जाएं, whatever you call it, then you will find that people will appreciate it. उसके बाद अगर आप कह देंगे कि इसको अगर आप इंक्लूड कर देंगे तो शायद ज्यादा लोगों को फायदा होगा, तो इट कैन वर्क. सो राइट इन द बिगिनिंग, जहां पर भी आप जाएं, ये याद रखिएगा कि एक टीचर में एक एरोगेंस रहती है, राइट? तो वो एकेडमिक एरोगेंस जो है, जेन्युइनली सो, मतलब होना भी चाहिए भाई, वो पढ़े लिखे हैं, काफी है, मेहनत की है, रिसर्च किया हुआ होता है, बट देन अगर आपको उन तक पेनिट्रेट करना है और उनको अपने साथ लाना है, तो आई थिंक दिस इज वन ऑफ द वेज हाउ यू कैन हैंडल।
डेफिनेटली सर, बहुत बहुत अच्छा बात बताया सर आपने, और यही हमारा भी इंटेंशन है, और इसी मिशन और के पीछे हम भी भाग रहे हैं, और ये विजन है कि हु नोज, कल किसने देखा है विराट कोहली ऑफ ई स्पोर्ट्स शायद मानव रचना यूनिवर्सिटी से ही फरीदाबाद से निकल के आए
नहीं,
आज
वी
के
हैव,
डेट।
आज के दिन में ये T20 में एक वो बॉलर है, वो हमारा स्टूडेंट है। ये जैसे ये बिंद्रा थे, गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट, ओलंपिक गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट, he has been practicing in our campus. सहवाग has been practicing in our campus. उसका फिजिकल फिटनेस जितना भी था वो हमारे यहाँ काम वो होता था उसका। गंभीर has been coming regularly here. Kapil Dev has been coming and looking at these aspects. मतलब जो हमने इसको ना करने की कोशिश की है, we have looked at the physical aspect of it, कि उनकी physical fitness किस तरीके से रहे, कौन से exercise करनी चाहिए. We have been working on those things also. So therefore these people have been gold medalists. अभी national award में दो प्लेयर थे, बैंगलोर में वो सेशन हुआ था, शूटिंग में कंपटीशन में दो बच्चे आए थे, दोनों हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं यहाँ। So therefore what I am saying is you also have to demonstrate it while we are doing this gaming वाला पार्ट कर रहे हैं। तो मैं तो कह रहा हूँ कि वो टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट का वो पार्ट होना चाहिए, तो he will be able to appreciate it much better and then participate it also, उसमें कोई ये नहीं, वो भी होना चाहिए। Therefore you have both academic aspects as well as the practical aspects.
So following up on Sunil sir's question as well, India में इतनी opportunities नहीं है for development of, sorry,
वो खुद क्यों नहीं बोलते?
हाँ?
वो शर्माते हैं क्या प्रवीण?
No, sir. I'm just waiting for my turn to ask you a couple of questions, because I'll just wait for all my colleagues to ask.
Right person to answer all your questions, but yes, I'm sharing my experience and
Yes.
what I feel about.
Sir, I'm loving this interaction because, like, I'm getting so much insights from you, and I just wanted to tell you that, like, of course, we are coming to your campus and we will be demonstrating and doing a lot of more activities on ground with your students, and also explain them about the benefits of gaming and understand everything from them. What I loved, what you said is, like, about problems being gamified. That's something that we are definitely working on, right? Like, it shouldn't just be about students gaming, but it should be about developing them developing the games and then playing it. And like you said, when that happens, what happens in real life is that even a small internship or whatever that they'll have to go on ground and learn directly from a company can be gamified, in fact. So when a student leaves your university, he literally will be imagine he does that 2 or 3 iterations of in the game itself, where he learns about the internship and how to work and how to, even literally it can be how to write an email also, right? So that kind of gamified experience where multiple problems can be solved, and when he gets out of your university, he literally becomes like the gem of a university, right? So I got this insight from you, so I was just noted down, and I thought I'll speak to you once all my colleagues finish speaking. Yeah, nothing else other than that.
That is why you are not asking directly. But just on a lighter note, see, we have to promote it. There is no question of not promoting it. Everybody tomorrow will understand it. Maybe every university might not do it, but those universities who will do it will definitely have an edge ultimately. They will have to provide scholarship. They will have to provide time to the students for doing projects and also practicing. All these things will have to be done. And I'm sure that if we really want that India should go ahead in all its aspects, not only in winning the medals, but in controlling the whole process, I think that will become very, very important. We still have legal issues. Say, for instance, we do not have arbitration rules finalized for our sports. And that is why many games do not come to India. Probably we need to have those aspects also to be taken into consideration and discuss with concerned people, the authorities, maybe at the ministerial level, and address those issues also, right? Because we have a law faculty also, and there we started talking about that uh, how do we implement the sports, how do we teach sports laws. And one of the weaknesses which I came to know, though I'm not from legal fraternity, came to know that in India we still do not have that process of arbitration clearly defined as far as these games are concerned. So therefore, in case we are interested in promoting them, then India should become a playground for every player actually. So people should come from outside, which has happened in cricket but not in other games. So therefore, these things should happen actually.
100%.
So just following up on what you said, actually, I was going to ask you this before Sunil sir's question, and I think the entire discussion has been going fruitfully well. India does not offer a lot of opportunities for developing games or for training or practicing in esports. Hence, the efforts that we are taking. But as an academician, as a pioneer in academics and in education, if you had to give a message to other institutions and set an example and also encourage them, then what would you like to tell them about this initiative, about what is the biggest gap and how can other universities also help us in filling it?
As a one sentence, I would say that our youth has a lot of potential, they have talent, and therefore we should encourage them in every possible manner. I think this is a one-liner which is very, very important. Now, while we try to do it, we will have to take into consideration. अभी भी हमारे दिमाग में ना वो एक कन्वेंशनल तरीका है कि लेक्चर अगर उसने नहीं सुना तो वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. But this COVID, fortunately, has proved all the teachers wrong, and now everyone is talking about online courses. Everybody is talking about course era, edX, and upgrade and whatnot. And therefore, people have now started realizing it that the direct mode of lecturing might not be the most effective and the only way of looking at how we should support our students. In case they are practicing somewhere, they can just do these online courses even in the evening or maybe late night and still be educated, have knowledge, and also have certain skills which are very, very important. This is happening even in the industrial setup also. So people are now talking about that why should we waste our energy in training people? So therefore, people go there, have internship, we give them credits for those internships, they learn skills, and in the evening they can have these courses in the online form and in a self-study mode where our teachers do keep on supporting them in case there are problems. So this is how things have to be done. I think every university should appreciate it, should understand it, and come forward to help these young population which we have to move in these directions also and try to do something in the area of their passion.
Absolutely, I agree with you. So I think, Praveen, if you have any more questions, now is your chance.
Yeah, I have one last question, sir. So, generally, with your experience and interaction with a lot of parents and all that stuff, gaming is like a huge stigma still in our country. To change that mindset, right? I obviously got the answer for this from your answer right now, that teachers need to be educated first in this, and then that's how we move. But then still, I want to hear, like, is there anything else that you would give us tips or something like that we could proceed with this?
I think even see when I look at these parents when they come for admission of their wards, many parents want to live their second life through the life of their children, right? Which is unfortunate, which I keep on telling them that this is not what they should be doing. Probably we keep on also going for those psychometric tests where we find out what is the area of interest and where he can excel ultimately, the student can excel. And then through those tests, we keep on telling our, which are free of cost, in fact, and we tell our those parents that this is an area where they can excel. And many parents do understand it now. There is a peer pressure also among the students that they probably the computer science is the only branch or discipline where they can excel. I think this notion should also go away. This is because we have hyped it slightly. You cannot run industry without a mechanical engineer. You cannot run them without developing certain sensors, certain systems, certain maybe electronic, all that gadgetry which you have. Nothing can work. This should be understood that computer science is only a tool which can help us in moving ahead. So therefore, you can play a very important role and showing that it is not only computer science, but other things which are becoming very important. And I see that teachers are trying to do it. But then, yes, there is a perception because of the hype. When you look at the TV, everyone is talking about coding right from class when the child is 3 years old. It is nonsense. Let me tell you, it is something which is actually killing the, I would say, the talent among the children. Probably they will have something different, but when you are flooding them with some information, they get actually swayed by it. So therefore, every educational institution has a responsibility of telling students what to do, but then their parents have to play a very important role. Their mindset has to change, which I find is a deterrent at this stage. If you ask your any parent, let him play games and will take care of it, he is not ready for that. It is still, I would say, something in their mind that only by reading books he can become successful. This idea has to go away, actually.
What is it that Good Game Nation and universities can do together to convince parents and also bring them on board and to make them more comfortable with the idea of students and children taking up esports and taking up gaming and also pursuing it in a professional manner?
See, you have to understand the things are changing. The world is transforming at a pace which is much higher than what it was earlier. And people have also during this COVID understood that they, from remote work and hybrid work, things, they have now penetrated into the every aspect of our society. Be it social aspect, be it economic aspect, be it technological aspect, every aspect has been touched by this COVID. And it has also proved that during this period, the progress in some of the areas has been much higher compared to what it was earlier. Maybe not in the physical form like games and other things, but yes, in many areas, especially in academics, I have found that what we would have achieved in 5 years or 6 years has been achieved in 6 months' time. And therefore, people have to recognize it, and people are understanding. The things which I think which can be done together in the good gaming is we have to keep that academic aspect also intact so that they have knowledge also. So therefore, we need to identify what are the needs, future needs of this business, which is the gaming business, and understand them, analyze them, see the gaps. And once we identify these skill gaps which are there, we will be in a position to bridge them. It is not very difficult with your support and the university coming together. I'm sure that things will happen. We need to create, give that platform to them. We need to give them opportunities to showcase their talent. And like you must have seen when we talk about the hackathons and all those competitions, initially very few people were taking part in it. And now many institutions, most of the institutions globally are participating in those activities and finding solutions to the problems which were considered to be very difficult problems at way. I'm sure that this will happen in this area also. People have started already working in this. We will create a culture, and based on this continuous learning process, we will be able to upskill the younger generations, and they will ultimately personify uh, uh, what is what they can do actually, which is very, very important. And they can demonstrate it in a tangible manner that how they can invest their talent, invest their knowledge, and bring out solutions. The purpose of education is to give a mindset where they look at a problem as a challenge and then start working on it, finding solutions which may or may not be the ideal solution. I'm not saying they could, but it will give them an opportunity to move ahead. And I'm sure that this will require, yes, our collaboration, cooperation, and more institutions to be involved in this process. And I am also confident and that if it is a research-based agenda, we will be in a position to achieve much higher outcome and serve the society. This is how I feel.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, Anilji.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. You told the right thing. It is just not that we as Good Game Nation and Manav Rachna should change their way of thinking. I mean, we have already moved on and we have changed the way how esports is taken care. Now it's the other people who are also like parents, the student, how they take up this as a not as an addiction, but as a passion as to how they can educate themselves, and their education also can help other broaden the mind with respect to esports and cut down the conventional thinking and influence people that how esports can also, you know, help them be much more derive at a spirit of team collaboration, communicating, taking strategic decisions, quick decisions at some point of time. So these are the benefits that I see up hand right now. But yes, there are many more benefits in the days to come, which we will be in a situation to see once we're on the ground.
Yes, I agree absolutely with you.
Thank you so much, Inder sir. It has been a pleasure speaking to you, and thank you so much for coming in this session on a short notice, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless
All
you,
the
sir.
best. All the best. All the best. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.